Good afternoon, parents. Well, it is closing in. Back to school season. The kids are going back to school in about 3 weeks. And with the COVID situation, everything is up in the air. Is it going to be virtual? Is it going to be in person? Is it going to be a hybrid? All kinds of questions need to be answered. Well, we definitely want to be able to stay and be here to help you in this struggling time. So back to school tips and how to prepare for this school year when we don't know what to prepare for. So one of the first things that we talk about, and I created this really awesome picture for you guys, but I noticed we're getting all kinds of reflection from the outside sun. So best laid plans. So you might be able to read this, you may not. But the very first thing we like to work on with back to school is structure. Making sure that the kids have structure in their life allows them to feel comfortable and have certainty, which is the number one, the very first basic human need is to have certainty in your life. If you have a child that's anxious and they suffer from anxiety, one of the main things to look at is how is their life structured? Do they have enough structure that they know what to expect, what's coming up, when is it going to end, and when is the next thing? And we found that kids thrive in that environment. Now, you might make the mistake that thinking, but kids hate rules. They say they hate rules, but they really don't, because the parents that don't care at all and the kids that get completely ignored all the time have it much worse off. So one of the first things for back to school is going to be to make sure that you have enough structure in your child's life. What does the school day look like? Where are we going to be doing class? What do we do when it's recess or it's break time or it's lunch or whatever else is going to happen? Create a very loose plan right now to give your child an idea of how they're going to be attending and preparing for their school day. And you're going to find that they're much more open to attending school and wanting to learn. The second one's going to be exercise. This is going to be a huge one. What's going to happen now with virtual learning, if school does go virtual, there's no recess, there's no gym class, your child is going to be missing out on a lot of exercise. So we want to make sure, how are you going to be able to get them to be moving and exercising around? One of the great ways, karate class, right? For 30 to 40 minutes, we make sure that the kids are moving and exercising and staying at least somewhat in shape. Now, there isn't one answer to everything, right? Now, the other thing that's also going to be important is, remember, you can go outside right now because it's hot. But what's going to happen in late fall and in winter when it's super cold and the kids don't go outside to play? Now, they're going to be really have that energy bundled up and they need a place and a way to be able to get rid of it. Karate classes are a great way to do that, right? Let them punch and kick and move and jumping jacks and push-ups and everything that we do in order to make sure that they burn off that excess energy and stay healthy. On the other side, they don't just sit and watch TV and become the sloth and then start gaining more and more weight and becoming overweight. So structure is going to be number one, making sure that they have got good structure. Number two is going to be exercise. Number three is going to be social fun. One of the big things that we do here is our Blue Stripe challenges and making sure that the kids are doing different social challenges along the way. We also let them start to interact with some of the other students so that they at least have some sense. We have private lessons available, so students will work one-on-one with me. So there's several ways that they can still feel connected to people they know and their friends because there's a big sense of isolation starting to happen now with the kids having to stay home. Isolation can lead to depression. Depression, that negative wheel starts to spin, and we want to keep the kids out of that mode. So making sure that they stay social in whatever form that looks like, but karate classes are a great way in order to have the kids remain social either one-on-one with me as we do private lessons and or with their karate friends in class. Number four is going to be fun. The kids have to have fun. This is going to be a brand new experience, a brand new school year that none of us have ever experienced before. Well, the good news is they're going to be the first. So they're going to be able to say, I was one of the first ones to do it. The trouble is navigating that. There's going to be a lot of time that the kids are going to be sitting still now in front of a computer screen, not in a classroom. So how are you going to make it fun? Be creative. right? We have our Blue Stripe challenges that we also integrate that are lots of fun for the kids to do so that they can express themselves and be creative and learning, right? Again, with the school year being so new and so unknown of what's going to happen, we really want to go back, create that structure, and in that structure, you've got to have some fun for the kids. Well, again, if it's the karate classes, they know, well, gosh, when we go to karate class, I'm going to be able to do this, and that's a lot of fun, right? Or think of different things that you can do at home to be creative, exciting, and a whole lot of fun. Finally, number 5 is going to be having that yes, I can attitude. This is what we teach the students from day one. Every day or every time that a student bows, they say, yes, I can. We're programming their brain to really get it set that, you know what, I can do this. And that attitude is going to be absolutely necessary for this school year. There's going to be some bumps in the road. The schools are going to struggle with, well, I thought it was going to be this, or I thought that would work, or how do we do this? You are going to be stressed as a parent trying to figure out what the new rules are while the school tries to figure out what the rules are. So making sure that you keep a yes, I can attitude is going to be imperative because it's not going to change. And complaining about it, being upset about it, having temper tantrums isn't going to fix the problem. So what we do is we teach our kids to make sure that they have a yes, I can attitude with, all right, I get it. This is tough. This is new. I'm not sure what to expect, but I can do it. And starting from that foundation, everything else is a whole lot easier when your child is on board with a, you know what, I'm going to do this attitude. All right? So we are here to help, and I understand that the school year is crazy. I've reached out to the Troy School District offering free karate classes for an activity class once or twice a week to help anybody in the community. If you'd like a little bit more training or deeper training, we'd love to have you come in and, well, not come in, but we'd love to have you start with our virtual introductory course while the kids are getting ready to go back to school. Now's a perfect time to get started while the kids are starting to get ramped up to start that first day, whatever it looks like. So to recap, 5 back to school tips. Number 1, structure. Make sure your child has good structure in their life so that they can thrive. Number 2, make sure that they get enough exercise. Hopefully, good karate class would take care of that. If not, find something else that they're able to do. Number 3, keep social. Find those ways that they're going to be able to interact with other human beings, right? We thought there was a problem with screens. Well, now it's gotten a whole lot worse with having to be at home all the time. Number 4, make it fun, right? Find things that are fun. Learning is fun, but it's our job as the adults, the parents, the coaches, the teachers, to be able to find a way to get the child to engage in the fun. And finally, number 5, a yes, I can attitude will always serve you better than a no, I can't attitude. All right, I've said it before, if I can be of any help at all, please feel free to reach out. You can Facebook message, you can email, you can give me a call. I am more than happy to help any parent that wants help with their child. We are in the process and the mission to transform children's lives for the better, giving them those life skills that are going to make them leaders regardless of the circumstances like COVID that come up in their life. All right, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.